Hey guys, Jackson Atwood here with Samantha Fraser, the episode one of all-round champion coach for track. So I just wanted to do this little interview, this little podcast kind of thing. So I actually wrote down some
Of
questions
course
here.
you did.
Yeah,
How long have you been thinking of those?
No, not that long actually. I just kind of quickly jotted it down after watching the first episode, which the first episode of All Round Champion season 5 is free on BYU TV with no ads. So check that out. It'll be in the link in my description. How's it been? It's been what, since August that we last saw each other in person, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
How's it been? Like what are you up to right now?
School, senior year, trying to figure out where I'm going to go to college, all
Okay.
fun stuff.
Do you know where you're gonna want to go?
I do not.
You don't know yet. Have you
Mm-mm.
been eyeballing any colleges?
I've been out to Alabama for a recruiting visit, talking to Arizona and UTA.
So what did you think of your episode, which was the first episode?
They cut out a lot of stuff, is all I got to say.
Yeah. No, I actually had a question about that. They did cut out a lot of stuff. Did it surprise you
Yeah.
how much they cut out?
Yes and no. I knew they were going to cut out a lot because we did film a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't sure what they were going to keep and what they want.
I was definitely surprised that they cut out a lot of stuff.
I'm very sad they cut out the part when Lily said Mr. Clean to Josh. Do you remember that?
Wait, refresh me on that one.
Remember when Josh came out and the first thing Lily said was, "It's Mr. Clean"?
Oh no.
Yeah. You remember that now?
Yes. Well, you can see why they cut that out.
Yeah, but also would have been funny.
What have your friends and family think about you being on a show?
They think it's really cool. One of my small group leaders, her daughters, is doing this church worship thing, and they want me to do a testimony because it's all athletes doing testimonies. So we'll see if I do it. Because she's like,
Okay.
"You're famous," and I'm like, "I don't know if I'm that
No,
famous, but
I'm getting that a lot too. It's like, well, dude, it's not really like being famous, It's but
we're just on one show that no one knows about.
yeah, well, yeah, so
No one had heard of it beforehand.
yeah. Which
So,
actually,
yeah.
Bradley, he knew about it, and he's actually watched previous seasons before
But
being
it's
on the
also
show.
Bradley.
Do
you know how many people I've gotten about saying they don't like the Brit?
Oh no.
Or they know him as, is that the guy who didn't jump out of the plane?
Okay, so
I made one of my coaches cry.
you did by watching?
Yeah, in my home interview when I talked about my dad.
Mm-hmm.
He said he got teary-eyed.
Yeah, that was a sad moment in the show, but I'm glad that you were able to say all of that.
Are you wearing the all-around champion hoodie?
Yes, I am. And okay, yeah, and I'm wearing the shirt. You can't really see it because but I gotta represent,
Yeah, I wore my scrubs for my watch party, so sorry.
Yeah, I did too. I've been wearing a bunch. It's so silly. I've just been wearing a bunch of my stuff because I can wear it now. We weren't allowed to wear.
But are we allowed to wear the other stuff we've worn in episodes to come?
Well, okay, so
that's the thing I was thinking.
Well, okay, because here's the thing, right? If you wear it out in public, I think you'll be fine because they're not gonna really know what clothes are associated with what sport. So they're just gonna see the clothes and be like, oh, that's cool. It's just like a tank top or so
besides the all-around champion big logo on every piece of clothing we got.
Besides that part, yeah. You actually still have all your clothes?
I do have all my clothes. They're in one of my drawers and hanging up in my closet, the rest of them.
Oh, mine are still in the luggage bag.
Jackson, the first thing I did when I came home was wash it all and put it away.
I live in a dorm right now, so I don't have enough hangers or space to put
Well,
all that.
you're also messy. Like the one time we all had to come down to
Okay.
make sure you were awake, and your room was
Okay.
a like
Okay. No.
like it
No.
was a mess
No.
everywhere. You had made a picture fall on the ground. Like
Okay,
that's
that's so I wouldn't bonk my head on the painting. All right.
I don't believe that though. Because
Hey, the first week,
who sleeps with a head that close to the wall? Okay, who does?
it's like a headrest, like like a bed
No,
frame.
you have like 2 or 3 pillows. Okay, you do not sleep with your head
Dude,
right next to the wall.
okay. How is skydiving? Like that was big, right?
Yeah,
And oh,
I didn't know
you
you were such a wimp.
no, oh my, okay, this
You
is
look
okay.
so scared, Jackson. I did not
Misconception,
know you were that scared of
misconception. Okay, no, no,
skydiving.
no, 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 no,
When
no,
I
no.
saw you, you were so scared.
They cut out a lot of stuff, okay? Because
It
the
looked like you
whole
were real
entire time,
scared up there.
the whole
You were
entire time,
scared.
hey, that's for show. All right, all right. Because the whole time I
Sure.
was calm, collected. It was
That's not what your
only
face
when
said when you were about to jump out when that
it was
door opens.
only when the door opened that I
You freaked
kind
out.
of realized that I am
Yeah, I
jumping out of
didn't
a
freak
plane.
out at all. I didn't freak out at
Hmm.
all.
Okay. It was just the initial opening of the door that kind of caught me off guard. Okay.
I just did
But
not know you were that big of a wimp with skydiving.
okay, whatever. Done with last. So the
Yeah, he
film
also
like
circled around for
lasted
like
the
10 minutes.
whole it lasted like the whole day. He was the last one. The sun was actually going down. It was getting dark and it was getting cold.
He also circled around for about 10, 15 minutes in the air, trying to wait for the perfect moment to jump.
How was like being on camera? Was that like a shock? Was that like something like, ooh, what the heck is this?
I've been on camera a few times for like different commercials. Definitely interesting though, because they were on you 24/7 almost.
Yes.
No.
For like 12 hours a day. That's for sure. That was usually how
It
long
was
it
actually 11 hours because with
was 11
minors,
hours.
they can only work 10 hours plus 1 hour for lunch with minors. And we did have a decent amount of minors.
Yeah, so very long days. And we woke up really early and got home fairly late.
Getting demiked on the bus was the best feeling ever, though.
It was. No, it was
Okay, you
because
cannot argue about that.
yeah, no, it was great. It was great, especially if you were like a zip up,
Sweating and stuff.
you can just go and yeah, it was good. Oh my gosh, this I'm like thinking of so many more questions now on the way. But I wanted to go back with skydiving. You said in the show that you wanted to go skydiving when you turned 18. Did you still do that or
I turned 18 before the show happened, and I just couldn't find the right time to go skydiving
okay?
because between sports and school and traveling and stuff, we could
Hmm.
not find the right time because I wanted to also go with someone, and so like I was trying to figure out who I wanted to go with and all, and so that has not happened. But then I was able to skydive on the show, which is really cool. I'm still going to skydive again though.
Here's one that I wanted to bring up. What did you think about the track chairs?
When I walked onto that track the very first day of training, because I needed to get some solo shots of me, when I saw the chairs, I was like, oh boy,
Oh
let me have
boy,
that.
indeed. Yeah,
Yeah,
the brand for these chairs were Motive, right?
I think so. I had never even heard of the brand, to
Motivate
be
or
honest.
something like that. I don't really remember, but
Yeah.
usually they there's like different brands of track chairs. And personally, I used a top end and you used an Eagle.
Well, I use
Mm,
Eagle because Eagle is right where I live. So it's really
yeah.
close
So
by.
it's yeah. But no,
Convenient.
we were both kind of shocked when we saw the Motivate brand
And
chairs.
then they didn't even have a chair that could fit everyone. They had two
No.
chairs that no one could fit in, so Momo had to use my chair. And all. It's like they
And
had
then
all of
oh my
our
gosh.
sizes and everything, and they couldn't even have a chair for everyone.
And the chairs were supposed to be like a tight squeeze, but Bradley using like wanting to use the
Yeah.
biggest
He chose
one.
the worst one. No, okay, so when Perdita, Josh, and I we were like talking on the bleachers while you guys were still practicing.
Mhm.
I like either Josh or I said something about how we think Bradley probably chose the worst possible chair, but that did not make the cut.
Oh, you know what they completely cut out too? Is
What?
remember when Bradley like went right in front of someone, and like we yelled at him for doing that, like cutting someone off
Oh
in the lane.
yeah. Oh yeah. They also cut out. Do you remember after the race? It was someone who ended up running into another person. They turned backwards, and Brayden got the scratch. They also cut
Yeah,
that out. I was sort
yeah.
of hoping that was gonna make it. To be honest,
Hmm.
it would have been funny.
That was like the thing for me, like for the show, was like how much I cut out, because it was long. It's like 52 minutes long. And you know what I liked about this season a lot better is I feel like it's like less cheesy than the previous seasons. Do you think so?
A little, but you also have to remember we all older kids,
Mm-hmm.
because like we probably didn't do as many cheesy things as the other kids may have done.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
besides Bradley, he's still. They also cut out the part when Perdita handed him the gloves. Remember the actual
Oh
like
my
track
gosh.
gloves,
Okay.
the
So
badge. They cut that out.
okay, track, you have these gloves. And so we raced in soft gloves. And there's also hard gloves, which I used. Bradley, for the first like couple days of training, he used bike gloves that, like, instead of you putting it in and like holding it like a fist, his fingers were free and
Fingers
he was gripping the rims,
like a
which is
normal trail.
improper. And because you don't have the momentum to punch and get the drive, you're not as fast. And so because he practiced with that, he didn't know the proper way. And then finally, when it became competition day, he just didn't know how to push correctly.
But they cut out the clip where Perdita even hands him the gloves.
Yeah, there was like a whole part where it's like, okay, now you've been practicing with this, you must use the soft glove,
Yeah,
because that's like you have to use those.
I was very surprised they cut that part out.
What did you think of all of us when you first met us? Like on like the day, right? We all meet up each other, we're in the field, and we're like, yo, what's up? You know what I just realized? They cut out the part where we said that we knew each other.
Well, you said you knew me. I had no clue who you were.
This was you. This is me saying, "Hey, do you remember me?" Crickets. Like
Yeah, because no, I had never met you. Or at least if I had, I didn't remember you.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Because I knew you from Colin and
Mhm.
from your team, but you didn't know me at all. So they're like, let's just
Yeah.
cut that. Let's just cut that.
It would have been funny though. The dead silence when you had that question.
Oh my gosh. And then I can't believe they kept, out of all parts, they kept in the part where it's like, can your leg do this?
I know.
I was like, no, but no.
Yeah,
Dude.
you were about to say something and like try to do something, then you were like, nah,
No, nah, I can't do that. I did get a new leg though. Do you want to see it?
sure. What knee did you get?
It's the quad, the
The
quattro.
the Quattro one?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I love it. It is so much better than the Plexi. Like I'm able to control it with my phone, and there's just a lot more
I know.
features.
I demoed it.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
I like it way better. So
My friend who got me into the knee I have right now, she just got a new leg and she's asking in the Quattro knee. So I'm like, great. So I switched to knee this knee because you were like, oh, it's the best and now you don't want to change. She changes and do a Quattro knee. And I almost chose that knee too.
mhm.
Do you have to put up a charger for it?
No, so it's yeah, well, yes, it's a cord, but unlike the batteries for the Plexi knee, it plugs in like a phone.
No, there's a portable charger for it that you can put
There
in your
is?
pocket and walk around
Oh,
with it charging.
I don't think they told me about that. I never got one of
Oh,
those. So
oh,
missed out on that
yeah,
one. Do you still have the same knee? You still have the
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's like less than a year old.
Oh, okay, okay. Hey,
You should know better. Insurance won't cover a new leg that quick.
yeah, no, I know.
Takes like
I know all too
3 to 5 years.
well. Yeah, no, because the knee that I had, the Plexi one I had for all of high school, plus like a year of college. So I'm so glad I got this new one. So you never answered my question. What did you think of us? Like how did you like? I don't know. How'd you feel about us?
I said, oh boy, living with 8 complete strangers. It's gonna be
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah.
and I wasn't sure like everyone's disability when everyone was coming out. And
Mm-hmm.
also it's like how would this like change possible things? So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. It was weird.
Yeah, did you think it was surprising that there was no athletes in wheelchairs?
Yeah, someone actually pointed that out to me at my watch party. One
Mm-hmm.
of like you could call her a coach, but also like a good family friend almost in a way. But like yeah, they pointed out that there was no people in everyday chairs.
So
Like completely.
I remember Josh talking to us, one of the casting coordinator. I remember him talking about how they did cast someone, but he pulled out, right? Do you remember something like that?
So well, so they thought you and Lily were in day chairs permanently to
Oh
begin
yeah,
with.
that's right. That's
And
right.
there was supposed to be a 10th athlete and it was going to be equestrian, but they did pull
Yeah,
out, which is really
that
sad. I would have loved equestrian.
yeah, we can definitely see that you're a horse girl with your paintings in the back, which is cool. Did you paint those
Yeah.
or did
I
paint
did
the
I did a unicorn one. Then one
Mhm.
of my friends drew me one and he mailed it to me. Then my mom drew a picture of a horse. And so I have the picture and drawing up there. Then I have a photograph that I think my grandfather took or something like that.
What did you think of Perdita?
She was nice. I mean, of course, like she was gonna be nice. I feel like, I mean, so it has to be in a way since she's a host, you
Mm-hmm.
know. At least she has to be on TV
Mm-hmm.
and all. And but like when we won on camera, we didn't really hang out with her much either, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But she was really nice. Us girls, we ended up buying her book and she signed them all for us.
That was a cool surprise. She was really like surprised about that, and you can see that she was really happy that you guys went out
She
and
was
got her
touched.
books. Mm-hmm. Um, what I think it was actually what I really liked about Perdita is a lot of behind the scenes when she was talking to us. She like was real for us. Like she was real
Hmm.
to us, and she would give us these speeches and talk about us as like from her experiences as being an athlete and kind of passing
Hmm.
down her knowledge to us.
She definitely
um
has a lot.
she had a lot of those moments that they definitely cut out, but
Mhm.
like she's like yeah, like off cameras right now, like she just wanted to talk to us, and that's what I really liked about her.
What bugged me about this episode was during the time trials, they started halfway through the straightaway on the other
Oh
half
yeah, hopefully
of
I
the
don't know.
straightaway.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
bothered me a lot doing that. I'm like, that's like a track has one finish line no matter the distance you go. Perdita should have moved you back forward though. You caught up to
I
them way too quick.
Oh my gosh,
Josh and
yeah.
Josh and I like on the first time, like before we had to like say stuff when you guys weren't even going, we were like, no surprise, like it was so quick the way you caught up to everyone.
It's actually funny because
Sure.
my track coach used to do this to me all the time. She would put me back further, and she would put all the like the athletes based off their speed at different increments. So hopefully the goal was to all finish at the same time. So that would make
Mhm.
us kind of push to the finish and trying to beat the person that's in front of you. So I was kind of like used to doing that already. What did you think of Josh?
He was cool.
Cassidy. Josh Cassidy.
He is cool, you know, he's really good, of course, at the sport. He has a
Mm-hmm.
lot of accomplishments to his name.
Yeah, a lot of those accolades. Do you have anything on your mind that you want to just share, like let people know back home, just like what they missed?
Jackson and I stole each other's sports.
Oh my gosh, I did write that. Yeah, so we did. Okay,
They
yeah,
asked if we wanted to
so
switch sports. I said yes. He said no.
yeah, so funny
How
thing.
that happened.
They originally wanted me for track, and so I didn't practice track for like a whole year since they like emailed me that. So I was like, hey, can I do basketball instead? And they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And I didn't realize that we switched until like I saw you. I'm like, hey, wait, don't you do basketball? And then when you said that you did track, I'm like, oh, I definitely accidentally
Because
just
I
took
emailed both
places.
of us to see if we wanted to switch once we all were
Yeah.
ready and signed and everything. But
Yeah.
no,
And
you had to say no.
didn't they want you to do ambulatory track as well?
You know, when I applied, all the pictures and videos I sent in was all ambulatory, just about. So then they were like, "Have you done season?" I was like, "Yeah, for one season." They're like, "Awesome, you got it." I don't know how that happened. Must be my personality. I don't know. It was very
Let's
interesting.
go. Let's go.
Very interesting. But when they want you on the TV show, you can't really say no.
Almost forgot about that. But I
How do you
think
forget about that?
no, because I wrote it down. Okay, and I'm just skimming through my notes, and I don't know. I just looked right past it. All right, so I've never done this before. Okay, this is my first time interviewing. All right, okay. I'm
Oh
surprised that
wow,
I'm
awesome, fun. You got interviewed all during summer though.
no okay. I'm rusty though. I'm rusty. It's different because I was the one that was interviewed. Now I'm interviewing you. Oh, you know what I noticed is that they don't show our age or our last names on the show either.
At your home interview, when you like had to say your name and all, they would ask just for first name only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also like how during the like introducing like all the athletes, it has me under Samantha. Then I was like, I'm Sam.
I'm Sam.
Did you notice that?
Okay, I just realized that I don't have Zoom Pro or whatever it is. So I just looked up and I have 3 minutes left in this interview. Wait, last question though. Were you surprised by the results?
No.
Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to know.
Like the routes at the end or
The
the results
result
of just the first
for the
episode.
for the first episode.
Oh no,
Okay.
I
No,
wasn't surprised.
I was
We all knew you were gonna win, Jackson.
okay. Dude,
We
no,
all
no,
knew.
okay, no, because like you guys were in my head because you kept on saying,
I
"Oh,
know it's
Jackson's
so
gonna win,"
easy to get in
and
someone's
I was
head.
in my head, and like you guys were talking about like getting disqualified. I'm like, that's just a normal thing. Like usually you don't need to worry about getting disqualified in track because that's just like an obvious
Mhm.
thing. So like
Yeah.
the whole time when I was like in my chair, I was like, I might actually get disqualified, even though like I've never done that before. Thank you so much for doing this
Yep.
interview for me. I hope you do well in school and find a good college to play
You
some
too.
basketball. Yeah,
Yep.
yep. Okay. You're gonna like, okay. Goodbye now.
Bye.
But okay, bye.